Hi, everybody. This is your announcement for Philosophy 201 for the week of April 27th. We are getting close to the end of the semester. As of today, there are 3 weeks left in the semester, 2 weeks of regular classes, and then the last week, of course, is finals week. So last week, you completed your journal for Module 4 on ethics, and I'm looking forward to reading what you have written. I was just kind of looking through a few samples of what you have submitted, and they all look really interesting, so I'm looking forward to that, reading those this coming week. You, meanwhile, will move on to our next module, which is Module 5. And Module 5 is on religion. Okay, and I know that's one of the two topics you're not supposed to talk about, right, with friends and family, religion and politics. Well, this is philosophy class, so we talk about religion in philosophy class. But I think we'll talk about it in a way that will be open and agreeable to everyone. So the question that we're considering is, what is the basis of religious belief? Okay, so by religious belief, okay, what are we asking here? What is the basis of religious belief? What is the foundation that makes people have beliefs, have spiritual or religious beliefs? What is the nature of that? What characterizes why people believe in things like, or systems like Christianity or Judaism or Islam or any other type of religion. Okay, so that's what we're trying to get at here. Okay, so let me go to the module, go to our overview page. Okay, so this module looks at the philosophy of religion. Specifically, we will contemplate the basis of religious belief. That is, what forms the foundation for one's belief in religion. Although religious beliefs are vastly varied around the world, this module looks at two views from Judeo-Christian thinkers. Since time constrains us to limit our study of religious belief, I encourage you to read the other selections that are in this chapter on your own. The philosophers I have chosen for Module 5.1 are Danish Christian writer Søren Kierkegaard and the Jewish philosopher Martin Buber. Okay, so our objectives for this module are 1. To identify the main points of the philosophical theories of religion presented by Kierkegaard and Buber in a SelfCheck quiz, and 2. Discuss the meaning of critical points dealing with the concept of religion, a reading selection in a class discussion. Okay, so I have included a commentary about the readings, and I really don't miss reading this, okay, because this can give you a little bit of background about both of the readings and why I chose them. Now, one thing about the reading by Martin Buber, so he was a Jewish writer, and there are many students who misunderstand what he has written. Okay, so Buber talks about two ways that humans exist in the world. And what we mean by that is two ways that humans view their relationship with other humans. So he describes these two different ways. One is the attitude of I, it, and the attitude of I, thou. And so what students often misunderstand is they think that Martin Buber is somehow promoting having an attitude of I, it towards humans, and he's not. He's just saying this is the way some humans view other humans. And so he's not saying that's how one should be. He's just saying that's what he has witnessed and that's what he's theorizing. Okay, so then he also describes another attitude or another way of thinking about humans that he calls I, thou. Okay, and then he talks about what that means. Okay, so be careful with this to not misinterpret what Buber is saying in that reading. Okay, and once again, remember, we're just working on the actual text that the writers wrote. Leave out those introductions. Okay, so there's a self-check quiz. You'll need to take that. Let me just next through. Okay, there's your self-check quiz. That is due on April 29th. And then here is your discussion. Okay, so the questions are: describe the differences between Buber's view on the nature of religious belief with the views of Kierkegaard. Okay, so that phrase, the nature of religious belief. What am I talking about there? I think I tripped people up in the past, so I'm going to kind of go into that a little bit. So by the nature of religious belief, like I was saying before, you know, what forms the foundation of someone's belief? So in this, we're not necessarily talking about what is a religious belief. We're talking about what gives people the impetus to believe in the first place. Okay, why do people believe in religious theories, in religion, you know, the stories of religion? Why do people believe that? Why do people have faith? Okay, so that's what that question's about. All right, number 2, how does each of their views, Buber and Kierkegaard, compare with or differ from your own views on this issue? Okay, so we're still talking about what gives people the impetus to believe, what is the nature of religious belief. That's the issue. So you want to focus in on that issue and talk about what do you believe about why people believe, and who's closer to what you think, you know, Buber or Kierkegaard. Okay, so I hope that's clear. If you have trouble with either of these readings, or you want to talk to me more about the questions, and so you can get more clear on them, I am happy to do that. You know how to reach out to me. All right, so just for fun, I kind of like this idea of putting little music videos into your announcements just to kind of give you a little treat. So I'm going to include one of my favorite songs. I hope you don't mind indulging me. And it's definitely, you know, it comes from a Christian point of view. It's U2. You know, I'm old, so I love U2. And it's their song, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. And, you know, aside from, you know, the Christian overtones of that, that's not really what I'm trying to promote here at all. But I wanted to ask you, you know, here's your question for the comments, about the song talks about kind of a quest for spirituality, right? And so, you know, what do you think, or why do you think people seek spirituality? So what is it that people are looking for? Okay, so, and again, not coming from any particular point of view or any particular religious tradition, just in general, spirituality in general. Okay, so just a question for fun. All right, everyone, that is what we're doing. Okay, your discussion will be due on May 1st. I need to get that out so you know that is the due date. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all have a really good week, and I will see you again next time. Bye.